What's up, guys? Today's achievement guide is for the relaxing game Cast and Chill. Cast and Chill at its core is a fishing game where your goal is to collect a variety of fish, upgrade your gear, and reel in some big-time river monsters. At the time of this video, there are 24 achievements total, 0 achievements are missable, and I'd give the total difficulty a 1 out of 5. In total, you can expect to spend 10 to 15 hours to reach 100% completion. And then the one additional note, I am playing on the 1.0 base release of the game, so some achievements could be impacted for better or for worse with additional game patching and updates. Without further ado, let's get into the achievements. First achievement is your reward for launching the game and getting past the title screen. Just roll out to the water, cast out your line, and pull in that first fish. The second achievement should be just as easy. Just mouse over to your companion, click them 10 times, and that achievement should pop. I will have to note I did have to close the game for my achievement to pop, so you may have to do the same. The third achievement will require you to pick a time of day. To do this, go down to the right corner and you should be presented with 4 different options: dawn, night, dusk, and day. I was not able to get this achievement to pop within the game. After selecting, I did have to close the game and relaunch for this achievement to pop. For achievement 4 and 5, I'm actually going to look ahead to the overall completion achievements for this game. The catch and release and catch the trophy weight fish for all species are 2 important ones to look at up front. For the release, I suggest that the first species of every fish you just catch and release to save yourself some time in the end game for having to go back and re-find fish and re-catch them. There is a way to keep track in the record book. There is a released tab that you can take a look at to see if you've caught a fish and released it. So it's not a total memory game for you to know if you've caught all these fish. But it's definitely something to work on as you progress through the game rather than having to go back and do again. The fifth achievement I'll cover is catching the trophy weight size of all species. This will require you to have unlocked every area of the game to complete. The game does present you with some species early on where the trophy weight is not available until a later map location, but to save you time, I've compiled a list of each location of each available trophy size fish. The trophy fish will always be from the largest available size of that respective fish, but not every big fish is a trophy fish. This is kind of like the small RNG in the game. However, in most cases, I was able to acquire trophy fish within about 10 catches of the biggest fish, so I don't think it's too bad to do. If you find yourself catching all of the big fish within a map and still haven't gotten a trophy fish, just restart the map and try again. And just as an additional note, if there's an achievement tied to that species of fish for a legendary fish, that legendary one will be the trophy size fish. For the Golden Fork River, the fork location, your trophy fish is going to be the smallmouth bass large, shad medium, and the achievement fish will be the walleye at extra large. For the Golden Fork River Beaver Dam location, your trophy fish are the brown trout at extra large, long nose at medium, crappie at medium, catfish at large, and your achievement fish is the largemouth bass extra large. For the Golden Fork River Mistwood location, your trophy fish are creek chub small, rock bass medium, and the shorthead red horse large. The achievement fish at this location is the burbot extra large. For the Fawn Mirror Lake underwater meadow location, your trophy fish are going to be Cisco medium, rainbow trout XL, yellow perch medium, and northern pike is your achievement fish at XXL. For Fawn Mirror Lake Picnic Point, your trophy fish are going to be bluegill medium, tiger trout large, lake whitefish large, moon eye medium, and your achievement fish, lake trout at XXL. For the Fawn Mirror Lake Fisherman Point location, trophy fish are going to be the Arctic char at large, golden eye medium, white sucker large, and round whitefish at medium. The achievement fish for this location is the common carp at XXL. Your trophy fish at the Grizzly Ridge Rapids location, the brook trout comes in at large, the mountain whitefish comes in at large, and your achievement fish for this location is the muskie at XXL. For the Grizzly Ridge River Eagle Nest location, your trophy fish sizes are going to be long-nosed dace at small, sockeye salmon at medium, the Arctic grayling at large, and your achievement fish is the cutthroat trout at extra large. At the Icewater Sea Watchers Point location, you just have 2 fish here. It's going to be the yellow rockfish at extra large, and your achievement fish is going to be the Atlantic salmon at extra large. For the Icewater Sea Craggy Reef location, your trophy fish are going to be Pacific herring at medium, coho salmon at extra large, and the masseuse salmon at large. The achievement fish for this location is the lingcod at XXL. The Icewater Sea Safety Cove location, your trophy fish are going to be the American shad at large, the pink salmon at large, steelhead at extra large, and your achievement fish, the big old king salmon at extra large. At Old Wreck Bay Divers Drop location, your trophy fish are the Yulicon small size, the Greenland halibut extra large, and your achievement fish is the Pacific halibut at extra large. Finally, we have the Old Wreck Bay Seals Rest location. Dolly Varden's coming in at extra large, Capeland small, chum salmon extra large, and your achievement fish, striped bass at extra large. Now, doing all this will also net you the Fish Finder achievement, so I don't think we really need to run through finding every fish on this. And then the other one I don't really think you really need a guide for is buying and upgrading everything in the shop. You can do this naturally through playing through pretty much the entire map. So go ahead and buy every lure, pole, boat, and upgrade, and your achievement should pop. The Feeding Frenzy achievement requires you to attract 5 fish at the same time. For this one, I suggest going to the underwater meadow at Fawnmere Lake. Here, we're going to travel out to the center of the lake near the small island, and we're going to be fishing for perch. So set up your pole and lure to attract the perch fish. Now for me, this did take a couple tries, and it might take you a couple tries as well. You're going to just want to throw your lure in the water and pull it in and out with your mouse buttons. If you do happen to catch a fish before you get 5 attracted to it, just toss the fish you caught back into the water instead of putting it into your boat. This ensures that you have a good amount of fish still in the water that can chase this. The other issue I found with this achievement is after 5 or following it, it didn't actually pop. I did have to close my game on this one after I counted about 5 fish following the lure, and the achievement popped shortly after closing the game. At this point, this just leaves us with the legendary fish to catch, along with catching fish above the waterline. As we showed earlier in the video, there is 1 achievement fish at every location. The key thing to keep in mind here is the time of day does matter for these legendary fish to show up. So for the next 13 fish, I'll give you the time of day, the location, and where about on the map you can find them. Catching them's up to you though. For the legendary white tip, we're going to go to Golden Fork River, the Fork. We're going to set our game to night, and we're going to sail all the way to the edge of the map, turn around, and the walleye should be right beneath us. For the legendary bucket mouth, we're going to travel to Golden Fork River Beaver Dam. We're going to set the time of day to dusk, and we're going to travel out to sort of the middle of the map where these set of pink trees are. Cast out, and right below should be the extra largemouth bass. The next one, we're going to head over to the Grizzly Ridge River, the Rapids location. We're going to set the time of day to night. Then you're going to travel all the way to the edge of the map where the island is. Cast out, and the muskie should be right below you. For the legendary Toothy Terror, we're going to head over to Fawnmere Lake underwater meadow location. We're going to set our time of day to night, and then right off the dock in that first water area is where you can find your legendary pike. For the legendary Slime Belly, we're going to head over to Golden Fork River, the Mistwood location, set the time of day to dusk, and then we're going to head all the way to the end of the map, and down below you should find your legendary Burbot. For the legendary Quiet Giant, we're going to head over to Fawnmere Lake Picnic Park. We're going to set our time of day to dawn. Then we're going to fish right off the dock, and at the bottom should be our legendary lake trout. For the legendary Mud King, we're going to head over to Fawnmere Lake Fisherman's Rest. We're going to set our time of day to dawn, and then we're going to head across the water just before the abandoned shack, set up, cast out, and our legendary common carp should be right below. For the legendary Ember Jaw, we're going to head over to Grizzly Ridge River, Eagle's Nest. We're going to set the time of day to day, and then we're going to head all the way to the end of the map to where the bear is kind of overlooking the water. Cast out, cutthroat trout, legendary, should be right beneath you. For the legendary Tide Runner, we're going to head over to Icewater Sea Watcher's Point. We're going to set the time of day to night. Then we're going to head to the middle of the map, just beneath the lighthouse, cast out, and your trophy Atlantic salmon should be right under you. For the legendary Reef Growler, we're going to head on over to Icewater Sea's Craggy Reef. We're going to set the time of day to dawn. Then we're going to head out to the middle towards the end of the map, right where it looks like you're heading out to open water in the background. Right beneath you should be your legendary Ling Cod. For the legendary Salt King, we're going to head on over to Icewater Sea's Safety Cove. We're going to set the time of day to dusk, and then we're going to drive our boat all the way to the edge of the map, turn around, cast out, and that legendary King Salmon should be right beneath you. For the legendary Dockbreaker, we're going to head over to Old Rex Bay, Diver's Drop. We're going to set the time of day to dusk, and then you're going to want to head out to about the middle end of the map, right where that boat with the blue is in the background. You'll know you're in the right spot because there'll be a sunken ship at the bottom of the water. From here, the Pacific Halibut should be swimming somewhere below you. For the legendary Bay Wanderer achievement, you're going to want to head out to Old Rex Bay Seal's Rest, set the time of day to dawn, and then you're going to want to head out to about the middle of the map, just past the first island with seals, and stop at the island with 2 seals on it. From here, cast out, and that legendary striped bass should be right below you. I recommend doing the above water catches for the large, extra large, and extra extra large fish at the end of the game. From here, you want to open the settings menu, go down to your camera settings where it says auto tracking, and select always above. With your camera settings in place for the above board achievement, my recommendation is to go to Golden Fork River Mistwood location, and we're going to hunt for the burbot. Equip your pole and your lure just to catch a large size fish. I picked this spot because all you have to do is go to the end of the map, and there should be a large burbot waiting for you at the end of the map. So just cast out, whatever bites, pull it in, and that should be your achievement. I do have to note that my achievement didn't pop when catching this fish. I did have to close the game for the achievement to show up. We can actually knock out the last 2 achievements, Overachiever and Woah Nelly, together. To do this, you're going to want to go to the Old Wreck Bay Seal's Rest location, and we're going to head all the way to the end of the map by the red lighthouse. The fish we're looking for specifically is the Greenland halibut. If you've noticed in your fishing adventures, there's both extra large and 1 extra extra large green halibut in this location. Make sure you set up your pole to catch both extra large and extra extra large, and then cast out and keep pulling in fish until you get both an extra large and an extra extra large. I like fishing for the green halibut specifically for this achievement because I found the fish not very aggressive and would not break the line very easily. So I think pulling in both the extra large and the extra extra large is not very difficult. I think the hardest part is getting through all the extra large fish in the area. I think I pulled about 7 green halibuts before I finally got that extra extra large fish. Once you collect each fish, your achievement should pop. Although, once again, my achievements didn't pop after catching them, and I had to close the game before they showed up. And that, guys, is the 100% achievement guide for Chill and Cast. If you liked the video, or would like to see additional guides like this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I myself will be looking through the Steam Summer Sale coming up here, and looking for any new games that might be guide lists coming out. If there are games you enjoy or would like to see a guide of, please comment below, and we'll see if we can do something about that. Otherwise, thanks everyone, and happy gaming!